round 2, which means we're on week 4 of lawn pawn and summer gardens, thanks to Ollie's Mower Service in Kingaroy, where we're getting around and looking at all the magnificent lawns and gardens throughout the South Burnett. And this week's lawn is proudly brought to you by this big unit. Hook, how you going, mate?
Day, mate.
And
Great,
his
mate.
beautiful wife, Sonia.
Yep.
Mate,
Hey, mate.
welcome.
Thank you.
Now, you remember this big unit from the Iron Pot Farmers Hall Reef and Beef Extravaganza, mate? I had an absolute cracker of a time.
So did we.
Yeah,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Great
Raised a few
year again.
dollars.
Well, we're still paying bills and
Yep.
we'll know in a couple of weeks' time, but fantastic response again. We came back and on the Sunday sat here and said, okay, 2020, 15th of February is the date.
There you go.
So it's in the diaries, guys, 15th of February.
And no wonder you come and sat back down here. Have a look at this champion. Absolutely stunning. Now, we're out in Iron Pot, quite rural. What are we, 50
55,
kilometres
yeah, you're 55.
from the CBD?
Okay, yeah.
And
Due west to Kingaroy, yes.
it's absolutely stunning, an absolute oasis.
It is our little oasis, yeah.
Beautiful house. And tell us a little bit about the house.
House was built by my grandfather back in the 20s.
Yep.
It's original still to this day. We've tried to keep it exactly the same as how it was built.
Yep.
Haven't changed anything too much apart from painted and done some renos inside. Got a lot to go, and there's always is on old
There
houses.
always is on an old house, isn't there?
Yeah. Timber was all cut here on the property
On the property.
and milled down the road. There's another couple of houses identical
Right.
in the same style.
Yep.
So yeah, there's some pretty good history here.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you know who the builder was?
Yeah, there was, apart from my grandfather, which was William Thomas Henshin,
Yes.
it was, I believe, a gentleman by the name of Boland Nichols.
There you go.
Yeah.
See,
And look, in those days, Henry Singh,
Yep.
he was a gentleman that also built the Iron Pot Hall.
right.
Yeah, there's a bit, that was around the same time, 23rd of July 1923.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1932, 23rd of July
1932.
1932. The Iron Pot Hall was opened, officially opened.
Mate, absolutely fantastic. So, how long has it taken you to get this lawn looking like this? Who does it? Is it you, Sonia, or is it old
Combined
Hookie here?
effort.
Is that right?
Combined effort. I probably do the fiddly garden bits like
Yes.
the weeding and
Yep.
pruning and that type of thing. I do mow because I like mowing.
Yes.
I like a nice neat lawn.
Yeah, I love mowing
But,
too.
Yes.
We all love mowing now. The
Yeah.
mowers today are just sensational
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
years ago. There's some things I don't do, of course.
Yeah, what's that?
The push mower.
Mate, it is absolutely stunning. Look, it's quite a big garden here.
Massive.
So let's go for a walk around and have a look at it, eh?
All right.
We're down the front of the lawn and the garden down here. Some beautiful trees that scatter around. Did you guys plant them yourselves?
Most of them we did, Damo. There's a couple of original trees that are scattered around, and the boundary of the house originally was only 3 or 4 metres,
Right.
the perimeter of it, and over years it grew and eventually grew out to here, and it's expanded to the north, south, east and west
Yep.
as years have gone by. Sonia and I planted these jacarandas when we were married 24 years ago.
Yeah, right.
We keep adding to that. We've got another row of jacarandas to the north there, which we've nicknamed Anzac Avenue.
Yes.
We planted them on Anzac Day last year.
Lovely.
They're beautiful, as
That's
you
a
can see.
great idea.
Every
Actually,
year we try and do.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit like reef and beef. Every year we try and do
do something
something
different.
different. Yeah.
24 years. Gee, you're doing well,
I
Sonia.
know.
Hey?
I know.
Unbelievable. Is that why you work in town?
Probably.
Yeah.
Give me
a bit
5
of a break
days.
from
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you wear earmuffs a lot when you're at home? Because you can talk a lot, can't you? We love you.
Love it.
We
He
love you.
does.
I like
Mate.
I like
We
conversation and company.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, a lawn is just a lawn unless you got stuff around it and you make it your own. You've got the old machinery here. What's that one just over there?
Well, behind us here is was my grandfather's old 2-row peanut planter.
Right.
It was horse drawn.
Yes.
It has a drawbar on it which they towed. So we're going back. We're talking some 80 odd years ago.
Yep.
Maybe longer. Behind that, there's an old Tumbling Dolly silk scoop,
Yes.
which they used to clean the dams out with. Was
Is that right?
with a horse. My
Wow.
grandfather had Clydesdales back
Yeah.
in the day, which probably everybody did. And there's an old 3-board moldboard plough over in the
Mate.
garden over the back, which again was a pretty important piece of equipment back in the day.
Yeah.
I find it good to be in the garden now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
My word.
Absolutely. Now look, if people haven't seen yet, you have some really great little friends that hang around here. Tell us about your puppies.
They're our family.
Yes.
We've got 5 dachshunds.
Yes.
We have Dougal, who's a 14-year-old guy
Yep.
in a little wheelchair.
Yeah, Dougal and LB, he's great.
He's sensational.
Yeah.
We use them as little work dogs.
Is that right? For the cattle?
For the cattle.
Yeah.
They're sensational little
They
dogs.
don't realise how small they are, do
No,
they?
No.
no,
Dachshunds?
they're
They-
Dalmatian in a little body.
Yeah.
So he unfortunately was in an accident with a beast some 7 years ago, which put him in a wheelchair, and he's had a wonderful life
Yeah.
because of that since.
Now you guys have 2 wheelchairs on the go, don't you?
Yes,
For him?
yes.
Why?
Because he tends to lose them.
He
Or
takes
wears
off down the
them
paddock.
out,
He
wears
takes off
them-
down the paddock, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
yes.
And loses them.
Yes, then wears the wheel bearings out, knee parts.
Got a
Two
little
on the
little
go.
harness that fits him. He's like
Yep.
Superman, of course,
Yeah.
but his front legs are his only go-to for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's enabled him to still do what any other dog does. He
Yeah.
comes and goes everywhere we go, and he's ruled our life a little bit, but we wouldn't have it any other way. And he's got 4 partners in crime. We've got Lucy, we've got Miss Millie May, Mr. Mosley, and Donnie.
Mate, they are just stunning, and of course, you know, when I first turned up here today, they just run over. They couldn't get enough. Someone else
They
couldn't-
want to eat you to start with, but
Yes.
only to make sure you get a pat.
Well, that's what it was. They were going to chew my leg off, and until I sat down with them,
So you
they
patted them.
fantastic. All right, guys, let's go have a look at the rest of the lawn, and the big test then is the shoes off test. I'll take
Take
my
your
shoes
shoes
off
off.
and
Yeah,
go
I'll-
for a walk and just see how good it is, because
Okay,
that's the big one.
I'll rate 11 out of 10.
Is that right? Obviously no town water out here.
Not a lot of town water here, no.
Not a lot of town water at all. And it's probably why the lawns look so fantastic.
Oh.
Using, what's water? Tanks or
It's bore water.
water, yeah?
Bore water. We have a couple of sensational bores down on the Ironpot Creek,
Yes.
and we pump that up here. That's pumped just near on 2 kilometres. We're very
Wow.
high. We're very high up here.
Yeah. How, what's the elevation here?
440 feet.
Yeah, right.
Actually.
Yep.
Yeah, we had to find that all out when we were doing the infrastructure for the bore and the pipe work.
Yeah, right.
Pump quite a large quantity of water
Yep.
up here with a lot of pressure. We started off, my mother originally had 3 taps here in the garden, which of course back in the day was just inside where we're standing here now.
Yep.
And now we have something over 30 taps
Yep.
in the vicinity of the garden and the fruit trees and the perimeter here.
Yeah. And how often are you watering the lawn?
Once we get it nice and established like this, and we do try and keep it like this all year round, probably every fortnight, but it takes me 5 days to go around it all.
Yep. Yep.
We probably at the moment are watering a hectare
Yeah, right.
of lawn and garden
Yep.
and surrounds, yeah.
And how often are you mowing, Sonia?
Well, a couple of days a week
Yep.
when the weather is warm and
Yep.
yes.
Because this is cooch, Kaikuya.
It's both
Both
actually.
Bit of
actually,
both,
bit
yeah.
of combination
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, we're standing on Kaikuya
Kuya at the
here, and
moment,
it's
yeah.
couch grass, and
Yep.
it's natural. It's
Yeah.
we haven't planted it or
And
sown
this,
it.
so this was just here, and you guys have just tended to it. And
Yeah.
now the big question: weeds? Any weeds?
No, not in the lawn, no.
No? Prickles?
No.
No prickles?
No prickles.
Can you guarantee that?
100%.
Oh, is that right?
100%.
You know, the only way to guarantee that is the shoes off test.
Yeah, no, I'll guarantee
Alright.
it. Yep.
Oh,
What you got to wager on it if you can find a prickle?
mate, if I find a prickle, you have to cook me lunch.
Easy,
Oh,
easy.
all right, here we go. This is probably my favourite part of this whole promotion is getting my shoes off. Now, okay.
All right.
So we've had different lawns. We had the ones that have clipped quite low with the barrel mower,
Yep.
and this is really. I'm just going to go for a walk over.
Yep. This is nice and soft. We actually cut that up from the lowest the mower will cut. It
Wow.
can cool your feet over in the pond.
That is just magnificent.
Yeah, not bad.
Do you ever wear shoes here? You
No,
should be.
never wear shoes out
No.
here as a rule. It's a great little facility for a little bit of golf, a little bit of croquet, a little bit of cricket,
Is that right?
barbecue beers
Yes.
on the lawn.
And it is just fantastic. Look, guys, thank you so much for letting me come out and check out your
pleasure.
lawn.
No.
For week 4 of Lawn Porn and Summer Gardens, you're now in the running for a new Husqvarna whippersnipper, thanks to Ollie's Mower Service in Kingaroy.
Wonderful of them
Absolutely
to,
fantastic.
and yourself for this.
Yeah, and guys, keep watching the Marty Review for more Lawn Porn and Summer Gardens brought to you thanks to Ollie's Mower Service in Kingaroy.